come here. Just a little closer. Come here. I gotta speak to you. I need to know. Are you one of those? Let's find out. So, hey YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. Hey boss babes, I'm so glad that you are here for yet another video. This is kind of a rant, not too much, but I also want to bring awareness to people, right, as to what I've been seeing going on, taking place on this planet Earth. And many of you may not know or are aware that you may be that person, but I just want you to stop, right, if that is you. So one of the things that I have been realizing, and honestly I've realized it for quite some time, but I think as of late it has been coming out a little bit more, and that is the idea of throwing things back in people's faces. You know, that thing where people do is like, oh well, I did this, that, and the third for you. I made you who you are. After all I've done, and all of those things. And I'm here to tell you today, that has got to stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's tactless, right? And I can understand, right, why maybe a person is saying that, right? Maybe you feel hurt, rejected. You feel like, you know, I've done X, Y, Z, but then, you know, that's a moment for you to take a pause. I really want us all to like really think about it. Take a pause, take a moment, and ask yourself, why did you do those things for that person, right? Was it intentional? Was it to gain brownie points? Did you want your angel wings? I'm not sure, right? Why did you want something? Why did you do something for this person? Were you expecting something in return? Is it that, you know, a quid pro quo type relationship? Like, you do this for me, then I do this for you, right? Because also, you know, the fact of the matter is oftentimes this other person is doing stuff for you too, right? But there's no need to necessarily check off the checklist and throw it in people's faces like, I did XYZ for you. You know, I know some of my friends, they're like, oh my gosh, girl, or even my husband, he's like, you crazy. Because me personally, that doesn't bother me. I don't like it. I can say it does, like it is a turn off, but it doesn't bother me to the point where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it, or I'm never gonna ask nobody for anything because then they're gonna throw it in my face and hang it over my head. No, I don't believe that. I am free from that type of mindset and that bondage, right? I do believe that we are here for each other. Like, we're not meant to be out here struggling. Like, I know it can be inevitable, but I'm not gonna voluntarily choose struggle. And if someone can help me, I'm gonna ask for the help. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing that on my side of the town. And if you were to bring it up to me, I don't mind it, because one, you did it for a reason, right? As I'm sure my gestures were reciprocated. You know, it was the same. I did the same or more or less, who knows, for the person. But I definitely want us to really think about it. Stop and think about, why is it that you're doing these things? And if they're not for pure intentions, for the pure reasons, then just don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. You know, there's like a saying, I believe I heard someone say, and it's like, you know, and actually, you know what's so funny? It just helps me to remember that us humans, our love is it is conditional. So it may not last. And so there was this quote I saw, I don't remember if it was a male or a female or something, and it was like on a blog, and it said, the person would say, when people say they love me, I in turn ask for how long, right? And I think this can be an example of that, because it's like, as long as I continue to do well, or, you know, I stay friends with you, I stay in a relationship with you, whatever it is that you're doing these things for that person, it's all good. But then as soon as there's some type of friction, disagreement or whatever, these things start to get thrown in people's faces. And no guys, Don't do that. Okay. And another thing I want to bring to your attention, I really do believe that is one way that the enemy operates, right? Because if you think about it, if you're going through something and you're thinking about all of the things that you've done for someone, some people actually write it out, text you, let you know this is what I've done. You're thinking about it, harping on it, ponder it, like you can't get over it. That is another way the enemy will keep you bound, right? Because guess what? You're thinking about those things and it's making you upset. Why aren't you should now think about those things and think about why you did those things, right? Because you love the person was in need, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Like you did it for the right reasons, not to get something in return, not to expect something in return. But I do believe that's one of the ways, because when you think about it, if you hear people talk, whether it's relationships, friendships, family members, after all I've done, this, that, and third, and then you're unable to move on. Then, as a matter of fact, somebody else has to suffer now. It's like, oh, now when I'm never doing this for anybody again. I'm never gonna do XYZ. No, we don't gotta be that extreme. No, we can definitely, use wisdom. We can exercise wisdom, right? You can give what you have to give. Maybe you don't have to give as much as you gave to go above and beyond if you don't have it, or, even if you don't want to, just don't do it. But to throw it in people's faces, no, we got to stop that. We got to get healed from that. It's going to be okay. You did a great job. You did it for, I hope, a good reason, but don't be one of those. Don't be one of those people. It's going to be all right. God sees your heart. He knows why you did what you did. There's no need to remind anybody. There's no need to tell them why you did it. Throw it in their face. Remind them that they made you, As a matter of fact, I've never had somebody say that they made me, right? But I think about it. I think I was having a conversation with my sister, and I'm like, if somebody says that to you, just tell them thank you, right? Because we're all in each other's lives for a period, a season, a reason, whatever. And so if that at the time you made me who I was, am, whatever, thank you. You served your purpose. I know. It's a little tough. It's a little hard to grasp, but yeah. It's something we got to think about. And I know I have felt like that before, and I was just like, oh my goodness, right? But I spoke to one of my friends, and she was like, you know what? Don't even look at it like that. That person was in need, and you did what you were led to do. You felt in your heart to do for that person, and that is that, right? There's a purpose, there's a reason for everything, and it was just meant to be that way. I want to remind you that people don't owe you anything. Honestly, nobody owes you anything. I remember growing up, and my sister used to tell my mom, my girl was wilding, you hear me? So my mom would say she did XYZ for her, us, whatever, and my sister used to be like, well, I never asked to be born. And I told y'all that we're Haitian American. She is still alive, by the way. She can tell the story maybe next time I'll have her on this video, on a video. But yeah, she would say that, and my mom would become so angry, like, how dare you say that, basically. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That's a whole fact, right? But my mom, if she decided to do what she felt she had to do, right? And so we do these things for people for hopefully the right reasons, right? Especially as a parent, it's like, okay, no, that's my responsibility. I'm gonna do XYZ. I'm gonna sacrifice. I have to make sure they have these things. But I think the hurt comes in when people throw it in your face, and it seems as if they're not, they're unappreciative of it. But to be honest, just to let you know, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, nobody owes you anything. So that's one thing that you can keep in mind the next time you decide to do something for someone. Like, don't do things to expect it in return, right? Do it out of the goodness of your heart, right? Because you feel led to do it, because you see the person in need, you want to help somebody, right? Don't do it expecting something in return. Because I feel like for me, it can devalue the reasons that you did it, right? It almost seems as if you did it just because you wanted me to return the favor. But yeah, that's something I want you to think about. Nobody owes you anything. So in a nutshell, all in all, what I'm saying to you all is think about what you're doing before you do it, right? Before you do that favor for someone, before you help them out, ask yourself, what are your motives and what are your intentions? If it's not coming from a pure place, if it's coming from a place where I'm doing it because I want to get over, I want to get something, I expect this in return, then that's definitely not that's not a reason to do it. And if you feel that you don't want to help somebody, I think you can also bring that to the Lord. Ask the Lord to change your heart of stone as to why you wouldn't really want to help somebody. But also ask him to help you, stop looking at things that way. Like, I'm doing it just because I want to get something out of it. No, first of all, that's not even how God operates with us. Thank God, right? But yeah, definitely ask yourself those questions before you move forward with that, because you hanging something over someone's head and throwing things in their faces, it's not becoming. Don't do that, okay? So I just want to encourage you all, if that is what you're out here doing, stop it. Right? Take inventory of your thoughts. Why are you feeling that way? Why are you even doing certain things, right? Because if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it's really not worth it. And then if you're doing it for the right reasons, harp on those things. Why did you do it? And it's okay. Like I said, God sees your heart. He sees your actions. There's no need to do all that extra stuff. And be free. There's no need to be bound by that. I did this. I did that for you after all. No, because then it's gonna be hard for you to move on, and then you're gonna be stuck on that. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say that, and I hope it opens up some eyes. And like I said before, you definitely can share this message to others. That's all I have for today. I'm so happy I was able to speak to you all again. Yes, this is the second video in a row. Okay. So yeah, like I said before, like, comment, subscribe. If you're not already subscribed here, I don't know what we're doing. I told you, I promise you, it will not hurt you to just click that subscribe bell. You'll get the notifications every time a video is loaded, and we could chat. We could get to know each other more. But other than that, that's all I got. Love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.